this guy. First of all, this guy as a player, longtime analyst as well, but this guy is a player, Hall of Famer, obviously, MVP, 9 Pro Bowls. I mean, maybe the best arm of the history of the game. I mean, you just drop back and let this guy sling it 40 times a week. You got a chance to win. That is the great Dan Marino, and Dan is with us here on Tiki and Tierney. And Dan, how you been, buddy? It's been a little bit. What's happening?
Hey, guys. Yeah, it's been a little while. Tiki, yeah. Tierney, yeah. Or Brandon, I mean, it's good, man. It's all good, brother. You guys doing good?
Yeah. I was just saying to T before the break, we're like, yo, what's Danny up to? And I said, Danny's just being Danny. Danny's tan. He's got the good head of hair. He's got money. He's playing golf.
No, I know. Actually, right now, there's like a day off, the afternoon. I got the grandkids here at the pool, awesome. And my son's here, so it's a pretty good day.
Dan Marino's a grandpa. You don't look like a grandpa.
I can't see you. Monday or Tuesday? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Monday or Tuesday.
Kids will do that to you, Dan. Kids will do that to you.
I love that. I still can't see you as a grandpa.
Nah.
Obviously, it's getting there.
I am, man. I am.
God bless you.
Dan, the Dolphins are so interesting because of, obviously, you're very close with the organization still, and Steve Ross is a friend, and I'm sure you watch the games and you've seen the development. And Tua Tagovailoa was interesting because he's the first, quarterback where it's felt like, man, they got a high-end, since you, basically, got a high-end quarterback who had great success in college and so much expectations. Last year, he struggled a lot, and probably because of his health. But this year, it seems like he's turning the corner. And, from your perspective, how do you see Tua developing? In preseason, he's looked really good, and I think that surprised some people. How do you see it from your point of view?
So I think I would tell you, I think anytime, a rookie goes into their second year and they were able to go through all the off-season stuff and all that kind of stuff, that they're going to be more improved. And he, I just think he has a better understanding of where he wants to go with the football and all that. I mean, that's the important part. And then dealing with protections and all that stuff, he's done a really good job with that. So, I mean, it's still exhibition, but he's done pretty good this summer.
Yeah, your second year, by the way, is when you just went crazy.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't even have to talk about it.
It was amazing. You had 5,000 yards and 48 touchdowns. But,
oh, man.
There was a sentiment last year, Dan, and it probably persisted into the offseason, that this was a mistake and that they should go try to get whoever was available, quarterback to
Watson, maybe
Deshaun Watson, or find someone to come in and potentially push Tua out. Was that ever real? Did you ever think that was a real possibility, or are they willing to wait and bide their time?
Yeah, I never had any discussions like that at all, and I think that Tua has been our guy, and we're going to stick with him, and as long as he's excited about the season. He's, healthy, all that stuff. And Jacoby Brissett, he's been in. Yeah, he's going to be a good addition for us too. So as long as that's there, that's where we're going.
So we're talking to Dan Marino, who's obviously a Hall of Famer and part of the NFL 100th anniversary team as well. He's with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. The other day we were talking about, we were just bouncing around from quarterbacks, and your name came up, obviously, as one of the great ones. And we went back and we were talking about your Pitt days and, hey, you guys won a bunch of bowl games, went to some good bowl games, and just how different it was in terms of how many times, guys threw the ball back in college and what was expected when they entered the NFL. I mean, Dan, and I'm sure you've been asked this before. We've never asked you, though. If you were playing today and you couldn't really get hit and guys couldn't really pop your receivers and you could throw checkdowns to keep the percentage high, I mean, what's Dan Marino doing in the 2020s? A young Dan Marino?
Oh, man. Young Dan Marino would, if I can't get hit and then I wasn't running that well, I just ran just enough at times to get away from people. I feel like I would have done 6,000 or 7,000 a year consistently.
He's not kidding either, folks.
And I could say that now because I don't have to prove it.
Yeah.
I don't have to prove it, but it would have been fun, man. It'd have been fun. But I don't look back on it and look at it differently. I mean, we had good teams and it was great competition. So that's not. I mean, Tiki knows, right? It's like I wouldn't change anything. unless maybe the money.
I was going to say the contracts.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Absolutely. You'd be making $50 million a year, Dan.
Yeah. Maybe I've changed that a little bit.
The one thing that I think is, and it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to change, but it's just now where we are in the early 2020s in terms of quarterback evaluation. You know, back in the day, you get drafted. Even going back to our buddy Phil Simms, who broke his leg early and wasn't healthy with the job. Did they draft the wrong guy? Blah blah blah. Like right now, and this obviously applies to Tua as well. Like if you don't show something right away, think about Josh Rosen. He's 10th overall pick first. He might be out of the NFL. Like the way quarterbacks are judged so quickly. I know why they do it to reset the financial clock, but it's a tough way to go through the first couple of years of your career, don't you think, Dan?
I think it's yes, yeah, you're right, and I think it's tough on some guys, and then some guys can handle it. So it's in between. It's like a medium. Like some guys can go in and do it right away, and some guys got to wait a year. There's no doubt that is part of the process and the evaluation of every kid, and can they handle it when they're coming out of college? Can they do all that stuff and make sure that they're going to be someone, if we're taking them very high, that's going to give us a chance to win.
Yeah. So Dan Marino was obviously a Hall of Fame, but also special advisor to the GM, so still intimately connected to the game. And the great Dan is with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio.
Yeah, Dan, when you look at this division, and it's really interesting how the Dolphins and the Bills, and now even the Jets, if they can get their act together, even though it's looking really good in the preseason, there's like an opportunity to actually be competitive, whereas for years it wasn't the case because of the New England Patriots just dominance. When that opportunity arises and your mindset now has to shift towards, all right, we're not chasing anymore, we can actually be leaders. How do you best handle that? You know what I mean? Because it's been so long for this organization, really all the organizations in the AFC East, always looking up at the Pats. Now they're kind of on even level with them.
Hey, Tiki, I mean, it's not easy, right? I mean, to win games in the NFL, it's tough. And then to win a division is tough, right? Yep. So all you got to do is get your best people, get them feeling good about what you're doing, and make sure that you feel like you have a chance. And I think our guys and our coaches and our players feel like we have a chance. Like you don't know what the future is, but you play hard every day, and you never know what's going to happen. I mean, and Buffalo's good, the Jets could be better, like all that stuff, and New England's who they are. So we just gotta just do the best we can and figure it out as it goes. Yeah,
we haven't met Brian Flores yet. We haven't had him on. We've been chasing him to try to get him on the show. How is he? What is he like? He's
awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. He's he's one of those guys that are he's tough-nosed. He's a player's coach. He loves his players, but he expects the most out of them too, and then just a guy that will adjust, and you figure it out as you go, and you would play for him, definitely. Yeah. You would love playing for him.
He seems like it. He seems like he's just no nonsense. He's going to tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, which is what the best coaches do.
Yeah. And then they do it, and then they're also, they're hard, but then they're fun too at the same time.
It's Miami. You can't help but have fun down there, Dan.
Down here. Yeah, man. You're down here all the time, aren't you?
Exactly. Dan, there is a
Rondé's down here. Is Rondé down here?
All the time, man.
I know.
Because he plays golf. He's got to find the best golf courses, and so wherever he can, that's where he goes.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we drop fresh content.